yeah, first question. All right. So I'm going to ask a question, but I want us streaming. I want us to get started. I want you guys to take your notes. All right. So many of you, you have beautiful expectation coming into this call. I would want to know about those expectations, but let's set things right. Um, you guys just give me a moment. If you're on this call, you did not invite a friend, okay? On this call, you want to take the next 1 minute to make sure, even if it's your father, your brother, your sister, just make sure you get someone on this call. All right. And you're gonna enjoy you did, okay, over the course of the call, or probably after the call, you're gonna enjoy you did not invite a friend. Okay. All right, you're gonna enjoy you did. So you want to do that. Uh So how you guys doing? So first thing, how you guys doing? How you guys feeling? What's your expectation for the score? That's my first question. Okay, because this call is going to treat something you guys probably, there are a lot of people in this Forex space, they never have the opportunity to learn about, why am I? They never have the opportunity. Everybody's so eager to learn what is going to just change their perspective, their results. Everybody's result driven, result oriented. Okay, people are not process driven, and a lot of people don't really understand process. What is the kickstarting force of a process? Okay, what I'll be doing in the course of this call, I'm going to be sharing with you guys something you guys have probably heard you needed in trading, but you don't really know how to go about it. So there's going to be diversity of information, but it's one-sided. Okay, I'm feeling this. Am I blurry? Am I breaking? Is my communication good? You guys give me feedback. I feel that my screen is somehow blurry and it's everything is good. All right, hold on. Let me go live. Yeah. Okay, some are blurry. It's good. It's kind of blurry. I'm seeing it. I don't know if it's a factor of, but it's not. It's good there. Okay, I think it's sharp now. Maybe it's because of network. So what direction am I going tonight? Before I lay down the foundation of the direction, I just type on the chat right now. Type on the chat. Okay. Seeing what you guys saw, maybe on the post. All right. Seeing the write-up. What was your expectation before you stepped in this call? Because that is going to matter. All right. What was your expectation before you stepped in on this call? I believe some of you are prepared. You prepared for the call. All right. And most of you here probably, I believe you are already traders. You're trading in the trading environment already. So just type that on the chat. That's going to toggle us into the call. Okay. So type your expectation in one word. What would you say your expectation is for the call? What are you looking at to really get out of this call? All right. And yeah, let's get that. Stop typing that on the chat right now. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Blessing says change of mindset. Okay. One word. One word. Don't make it too complex. Okay. Expect to learn structure and process, improvement, change of pattern. Okay. Direction and purpose, direction, structure. Okay. Learn something I don't know. Change of life and mindset. I've got an open mind to receive. All right. So two things. Two things I want to picture to you guys right now. One of the things that's going to change why, oh, so Kendra, why did you ask this question? Say, true purpose of trading. Okay. Two answers that I've got on this call that I want to bring back to you. Two answers. I think I got them right now. I said, okay, true purpose of trade, building the right team. I've got an open mind, change of mindset, improvement, structure, direction and process. Okay. I would say, okay, direction also fits in, but two things. Aaron says, learn something I don't know. And you are said, okay, I am open-minded. And I give it to you. Your expectation is the bedrock, okay, of your life's achievement because it builds the intention, the drive, the work ethics that gets you to achieve anything you would achieve in life. So there is a brain or there's a mindset around expectation that you have to feed your expectation, let your expectation be big and driven. It has to be vicious. So many people tell you have a loud expectation, okay? But what a lot of people don't really know about expectation, it controls your intention and your intention controls your result, which means an expectation is the measure of a person. If you do not track your expectation, so one of the best skill in the world that I found out, right, is really very powerful. It's not the skill that builds your work ethics, it's the skill that tracks your expectation. Because if you can lay out tracking your expectation, your intentionality is going to be aligned with your personality. All right. People don't get what they want, they get who they are. So many people don't understand that the process of getting who you are is aligned with the nature and the foundation of your expectation. It guides you. Now you came on this call. If your expectation is built on something, your results are layered towards your sense, your everything about you is sensitive towards what you expect. True or true? I don't know if you guys know that I put 100 and everything about you is sensitive towards what you expect. And your sensitivity takes energy. It takes energy to be sensitive. So for everything you're sensitive about, you're busy. But do you know one of the most powerful component of energy usage? All right. When you are expectant but not sensitive, you get the best out of your environment. Okay, so you come into a session like this, you have an opportunity to learn, and you do not track your sense. You do not layer and you put your expectation in a busy mode, but rather in an attentive mode. You change everything. You are far more productive in learning than the person who sets an expectation. This is what a lot of people don't know. So the person who comes into a session open-minded and having a strong desire that they're going to get something new and they're going to follow up on anything new, they're going to believe that what they're going to get here is going to change the perspective of that. That's an open-minded energy. That energy is going to tap far better than the person who said, I want to learn market structure. I want to learn how to be rich. What if I don't talk about how to be rich? How do you think your energy is going to look like when you come on the session? Is there going to be a change? You're not going to be too pleased, but there's going to be value going out of the score. But you never presented yourself heavy and ready. You're going to miss out on the volume of the value because why? You were expectant. So is it bad to have expectation? No. All right, but you have to track and layer your expectation according to the environment you're stepping into. So Kendry, what would I do if I'm coming into this type of environment? Have an open mind. The person who always layer their energy to have an open mind to instruction, to guidance, to learning would always grow faster than the person who set the precedent for what they want to learn. Am I making sense? All right, put sense on the chat. Okay. You guys go what I shared with you. That is one thing you guys want to, if there is one thing I've taught you or I showed you or I've probably given you insight to really want to track your expectation. Always lay out your expectation to have a free energy so that you have enough to grab, all right, rather than be sensitive to what's to grab. So having said that, what is the expectation? What am I looking at in this call? This call is driven. I'm just going to read a couple of things, all right? So And for those of you on Instagram, this message is actually, I just did this live so that you know we're live right now. And if you missed out on this, it's live. It's going to be live on YouTube. It's already live. So you can join the call right now. So I have something to read that I probably will send it in the group. Okay. But there's going to be a blueprint. But I want to read this thing. This is one thing I said I would read at first. As I'm reading it, you take note, but I'm also going to give you guys kind of like a PDF guide on what I am going to read right now. Okay. It's recorded, so don't drive yourself too much. The purpose of this course is to give every trader a directional insight on what trading is really about for the year 2026, not just for you, but generally about your results. Okay. There is result. Everybody who come in is result oriented. Everybody needs something. Everybody want to learn the skill. Everybody want to get result from learning the skill. A lot of people have come into this environment and there's great tragedy, okay, of aligned with their experiences. It's almost looking like it's more of a devourer more than an advantage, simply because they didn't start right. Okay, starting with the right expectation, okay, we push the right intention, okay, and we give you the right foundation for results. I have looked at my journey over the last 8 years, and if I look at what are the things I can change, I had a very deep conversation with a group of partners this evening, and I told them something. There are certain things that I have done in the trading environment. If I knew what I knew or what I know today, I would have helped a lot of people got more result than I have done. Okay, and I've also contributed in the decisions people have made unaware just because I was unaware about what I was doing. There's a lot that is going to come in the direction. This group, the big gains trading community, one of the things I want to do in the course of this year is give direction and modeling. I want to help people model success. I want to help people model information, process. One thing is to learn, one thing is to process learning. People don't know how to process learning because they are caught up in the disadvantage of overlearning. All right. Many of you, when you see someone has knowledge and they are teaching you, think it's an advantage. But my friend, it is not really an advantage. As a trader, okay, one of the biggest disadvantage as a trader is when you don't have a blueprint of what to learn and how to process learning. You get into a buffet, into a system. You learn too many strategies. You learn too many, trading systems. And guess what? You don't process right, okay? And people think it's a factor of personality and discipline. It's beyond that. Knowing to me every practical thing as a trader, everything you learn seeks practicality. So if you learn A, it's seeking practicality, and you learn B, seeking practicality, you're going to be caught up in the decision of A and B when you're trading. And sometimes you make mistakes just because you are aligned with the decision of A and B. Now imagine when you're learning A, B, C, D, E, F. Some of you know too many things in trading, and it doesn't give you the power of decision. So there is a place where to focus on processing information more than learning information. So there's a layer of things I'm going to give you guys. These are part of the sessions, the trainings I'm going to be doing to help you, all right, understand trading perspective while you can now focus on what you can direct in the skill. Okay. But first is a blueprint and a concept of between when I start to where I'm going, what do I really need? What is the concept of my knowledge and my expectation as a trader? That is really why you're here on this call. Many of you are excited. Okay, so I want to streamline it to what a trading blueprint is going to look like, your trading expectation coming into the trading environment, whether you're new, you are intermediate trader, you are an advanced trader, okay, you are not getting the back kind of trader, you're the one going back and forth. There's always a day to reset, and this is that kind of a day where you reset. But I found that while I was preparing for this call, I found out something. We live in an environment, and I need you guys to process this information. This year, okay, I need you guys to focus on mindset. Okay. So I'm going to just read it. And over the course of different trainings we're going to do, this is what I'm going to be building on in the course of this year. Okay, the foundation of the relationship that I'm creating. Mindset before money. Okay, the money you're going to earn is a reflection of the mindset you have. Okay, so your mindset is more powerful, all right, than your intention. Okay, it's more powerful than the seeking result. So before profit comes discipline. We focus, one of the things we're going to focus on, emotional control, patience and consistency, detaching self-worth from win and losses. This is very critical. It looks like a sentence, but it is one of the major cancer that is killing a lot of people in trading. People think their self-worth is based on how they win or how they lose. So if they lose, they think they're not doing well in trading. It reduces their confidence and their self-worth. It's killing you more than you know it. Understanding your self-worth away from your trading is it's one of the biggest achievements you can even have in a year, in the course of a whole year. All right. Then thinking in probabilities, not perfection. Thinking in probabilities, not perfection. So I said detaching self-worth from wins or losses is a skill set. And if it takes you a whole year to achieve that, you have one of the grand achievements as a trader. Okay. So everything I'm layering right now is a topic, but I'm giving you the awareness. So you write it down, it becomes your journey. Now, what will this help you do? Your result as a trader is a reflection of your growth. You become a successful trader. The goal is not to achieve being successful. It's to actually become successful. And become successful, the result reflects your becoming successful. So you have to focus on who you're becoming as a trader. So everything I'm laying right now is a topic of who you're going to be, who you will build to be. All right. Now, the second part of it is skill before speed. I am going to prioritize my training around, okay, market structure, understanding, okay, timing and confirmation. If you want to build a powerful strategy, okay, you want to focus on market structure and understanding, timing in trading, timing and confirmation, risk to reward clarity, okay. Listen to this. One system mastered, not many system abandoned. Many of you, over the course of maybe a year or two, you've learned strategies more than 20, and none has been mastered. And you're not planning to master the one you're even doing right now. Okay, you want to focus that in the course of this year, once I'm going to master a system, let me have a proof of a workable system. And I want to let it be that I am the one who didn't master it, not that it's not working. Am I making sense? Put sense in the chat. Okay, that is one thing you want to. Slow progress done right beats fast progress done wrong. Okay. Then the third part of this is money management. It is the edge of your trading. All right. Now I broke it down. Everything I'm telling you is a topic and I'm breaking it down. That's why I'm going to send it to PDF, because everything I'm going to be doing in the course of my training, mentorship, guidance, content, okay, helping traders is going to help you do something for yourself. Nobody's going to teach you. All right. When you hear alarm, that is my, okay. Sorry, you're disturbing me. S&P 500, what are you doing? Oh, boy! There's money. Oh. All right, good. We'll visit this again. All right, so that's what alarm system does for you. Okay, so here, one of the things you want to focus on in the course of this year is capital preservation comes first. Now listen to this. Risk control over profit chasing. You may take this lightly. Small losses, controlled drawdowns. When you prioritize taking decisions to have small losses, there's certain things you do for yourself as a trader, and that comes in the account growth through discipline, not luck. Okay. Survivor creates longevity. Longevity creates freedom. What people don't know is you need time for experience. Many people chase results, never getting experiences that lead to results. if you stay in the environment long enough to have experienced your fails, your highs, your loss, you learn something your experiences don't just give to you. You become someone who own those experiences. So part of what is good in the experience is that you don't lose too much to break your emotions of learning. Okay, so if you have controlled losses, small losses, you control what? Your drawdown. So if your draw, and I know many of you have experienced this. I wish I could go deep into that, but that is one topic we're going to be dealing with in the course of the year, the risk management and the things to help you know how to manage risk. It's not just to tell you risk to reward. If you're going to manage anything, you have to have an understanding of the emotions, the skill set, all right, and the value set that comes with that emotion so that you can manage it, all right? So that is on money management. Another part, which is step 4, is there is going to be a function of step-to-step progression, okay? And one of the things you want to focus on because of this year is you're going to be guided to trade less, but trade better. Improve execution week by week. Every week, you should be increasing your data of experience, okay? You build confidence through repetition. I'm going to send this, all right, as a PDF when we're done with this call, probably tomorrow morning. But this is the blueprint, okay? What this community or what our environment or our relationship is going to be centered around is to build structure over hype. Many traders are learning towards hype. You're seeing what people are earning and you just wish you want to earn that, and you're learning intensively to just get the hype. It doesn't work that way. You become the trader that builds the result you want to sell. Okay, so you want to focus on the structure of you as a trader more than the hype it will give to you. All right, education over gambling. Many of you are prostitutes or you're gamblers. All right, if you've been on my session, you always see me here use this word. Okay, you're neither here or there. Everything that works, you're running towards it. You're a prostitute. Okay. You want to focus on process over pressure, then growth over ego. Does this make sense? All right. So I'm going to break this down into a training structure, PDF structure that you guys can look at and say, wow, this is a direction to go in the course of this year. Okay. So this is an added on. Okay. I want to be that practical in the score. Are you guys ready for practicality? Okay. And one of the things I want you guys to do in this call is you want to be humble enough because I can only give based on how you receive. Okay. There's a lot I can offer you in a short space of time if you guys are open to really receiving and being in this space, being in that position to really commit. Okay. So practically, we all come with an expectation. Yes, you guys have laid out your expectation, and I've given you guys a kind of expectation. Now, I want to say a goal. All right. As a trader, every one of you is a trader, right? And I know many of you set goals. You set goals in the course of this year. So I did a training in my last session on the GFU platform. I want to be able to intentionalize and break that down and continue on that with you guys, okay, over this community because something big things are happening, okay? But I want to be able to create the right foundation for those great things that are going to be happening. I want people to make better decisions as traders, okay? I want traders to see results as not things they will attain, but things they will produce. It's a different mindset. It's either you become a producer or you're a consumer. Okay. And just shifting the mindset that I want to be a producer would give you those results you're looking for. So, in the course of this year, while you were sleeping with yourself, waking up to the year, making resolutions, what is that figure that you'd love to earn as a trader? Okay. In this year, 2026, everybody write it down. That is how practical I want to be with you. Everybody write the figure you'd love to earn, whether you want to earn it monthly or you want to earn it by the end of the year. This is one figure I want to earn by the end of the year. Okay. Or this is what I want to earn as by the end of this year. I want to be earning this monthly as a trader. Everybody type that figure on the chat. Father, I thank you for the wisdom you've given to me to deliver this information without hurting some emotions. Amen. Are you guys ready? Like I told you, be open-minded. You told me this because it is not, you didn't guess what you just said right now. None of you guessed it. I did not impose this answer on any of you. This is a part of your intentionality, your drive. What's going to control the knowledge you're going to push yourself towards is going to be driven by what you're writing down right now. And it means it's the foundation for your disappointment as well. Many of you, you will not achieve what you just wrote down because you simply do not know what you just wrote down. You don't have a clear understanding of what you just wrote down. Many of you wrote six figures. Many of you wrote $10,000 a month. Many of you wrote things that are very, very good, okay? But you just wrote it as an expectation, not who you are. Now, the next step, you have a goal right now. Many of you are six figures. So let's take a very good range because roughly what you guys wrote right now, many of you want to become six-figure trader, okay? And that means you want to make $100,000 a month, right? How many of you that think that makes sense? $100,000 a month. Put sense on the chat if you think that's good. $100,000 a month. Okay, let's even come to $10,000 a month. All right. Let's come to 10. Can we come to $10,000 a month if it doesn't hurt your ego? If it doesn't hurt your ego, put 10K a month. It's gonna be good earning 10K a month at the end of this year. Right? Put 10K. Or out. Let me just employ you to reduce your ego so that just accept 10K. You could scale, but just accept 10K. Let me show you the possibility of a 10K month at the end of the next 12 months. So that you guys can see that the problem you're having is not what you're learning, it's who is learning. Are you guys ready? Put ready on chat because I'm about to break some egos. Give me the permission to do so. Very good. Practical. Like I said, it's going to be practical. Anything is possible. Some of you can make $1 million in the course of this year. Some of you can make $100,000. All right. Some of you can make less. Some of you can make more. It is possible. All right. But what is the system around it? I need everybody to write a system. So let me show you a system around income. Okay. So what is the ID percentage you use to trade right now? Let's say you have 100K. What percentage would you be using to trade if you have $1 million? Everybody type it on the chat. You had that goal. It means there is a system of achieving that goal. Everybody type, if you have $1 million, what would you be using to trade as if you have $1 million per trade in a day? Let me be very factual. Let me be very, now I'm not saying this because this is who you are or who you will be, but I can promise you, many of you that are here, probably 99.9%, if you have $1 million, you dare not use 0.5%. You cannot stomach it. Many of you that are saying 2%, 10%, you don't even know what you're talking about. You can do it for $100, you can do it for 1,000, but you dare not even do it for 100K, not $1 million. You can't stomach it. You take one lot size. Can you take a trade and the first debit is $17,000, 20-something thousand dollars? Can you do that? You think you can withstand it? True or true? Talk to me. You think so? $1 million is not just numbers. It's a foundation. Okay, some of you, you've never dared trading with 100K, and if you think you're doing it on day, if you can't buy a prop firm of 100K and you're going to use 10%, except you gambling, except you don't want to hear the truth, and except you want me to functionalize this call with lies or hype. No, I'm here to tell you the truth. Okay, are you guys ready for the truth? So if you have $1 million, you can. Many of you will not even use a 0.5% if you want. You can't. So I'm going to draft it through a system. I'm just going to pick 1%. Okay. So if you're trading 1% per trade, which is going to probably be ideally for a day risk, okay, 1% of 100,000 is how much? That's $1,000. That's ideally, if you're very, very tough on emotions, you can risk 1% in $100,000. Okay. And if ideally you're doing 10% a month, how much is that? The average successful trader is the one that plays between 3%, all right, and 7% monthly. The average successful trader. The exceptional successful trader is the one that plays sustainably between 7% and 15%. So let me put you in the middle, 10%. Is that a good achievement? I'm telling you guys truth, not things that are hype. Okay? Except many of you have believed in things that are hyped and you think that's the narrative. You're lying to yourself. Okay? I give you world record on Wall Street. Anybody who holds a record for 2 years for doing 3% is an average successful trader. And anyone who holds a 2-year record for doing 7 to 15% is an exceptional trader. Monthly. All right. In fact, some narratives do it yearly, but those are deep fund portfolio managers' narrative. Talking traders. Are you guys following? Put tracking on the chat. Are you guys ready? Like when I said this is going to change, some of you, you're going to go back and you're going to wonder, why did I even have this dream in the first place? Who taught me what I just said? You're going to reset. Okay. So 1%, I'm putting you in the middle, which makes you an exceptional trader. All right. Exceptional. How many of you want to be exceptional traders? 10% a month. You love 10% a month. Good. 10% a month of 100K is how much? 10K. So I just gave you guys something. I said let's settle for 10K. Now, what is the ideal account size structure for 10K monthly income? So you need an account size of 100K, which is one. You need the size of account for that income. You just destined yourself to want to have 100K. And you need a proficiency. What's the proficiency? To be able to do 10%. Am I correct? You have to learn the skill set of doing 10%, and you have to have the account size of doing what? The account side of 100K. How many of you have an idea how you can get to 100K right now? How many of you have 100K right now? Or you've planned out an idea of how you can get 100K? Why you birthed that goal? Okay. What was the system you put in place to achieve that goal? Or you just thought I would learn how to trade and I'll get there? This is why a lot of people fail. All right. You won't get there if you don't have a system to achieve it. And if you don't have a system, okay, what commitment have you made to do so in the course of the year? Now, let me give you why I'm telling you guys this. When you have a goal, it's not your intention of getting the goal that is paramount. It's becoming the person and having what it takes to achieve the goal that is paramount. So as you make decisions in the course of this year, for that goal I just gave to you guys right now, we just birthed and looked, you need 3 things. All right. First, you need to become someone who has the skill and the account. You, skill, account. What's the size of the account? 100K. What's the proficiency? 10% a month. Get to the level where you can do 10% a month. All right. And makes it resolve. You are the resolver. That is what you chase. You become the person who wants to get that account size. And that is what you need to get that dream. Very simple. True or true? Very simple, right? Clarity. I just brought clarity. It's not impossible. It's simple. I'm going to put clear on the chat if you know what you need. If you didn't know, I just showed you. If that's the only thing you got from this call, then I've given you something, direction for the year. You need to become the person who learns the skill of doing 10% a month and getting 100K with that skill. So you may not have 100K right now, but you know you can get it. And I can show you right now on this call how you can get it. Are you guys ready? So if you got clarity, put clarity on the chat. Okay, before you put ready, just put clarity on the chat first. Because some of you, the next thing you're looking for strategies, the next thing you're looking for money to get prop firm because you think if I just do two, no. You are gamblers, you're prostitutes, you are everything but the person who wants to become that goal. The goal is not bad, but the person who has the goal is not equal to the goal. So the first thing you have to do, you have to be equal to that goal. Okay, and that's what I want to help you on this call. So now 100K, that's your direction for the end of the year, account size. But you don't have money to purchase 100K right now. How many of you do? And 100K is not evaluation, 100K is life capital. So it's either you have it in a prop firm life capital or you have it in a real account life capital. Even as a successful trader, I will not tell you to do so, to get it in real account. You get it in live capital, but you don't have it right now because it's going to cost, to get a 100K account, it's going to cost you a lot. Okay? It's going to cost you a lot. It's going to be probably 100K in some broker, like in my prop firm broker, it's about, okay, 90K is about $2,700. Now, the thing is, $2,700 is not guaranteed. You may lose it. So it's for you to have 100K live, you need to have money to have like 5. How many of you have that right now? Put yes on the chat. If you don't, say no. Be quick. I need you guys to be practical, except you don't want me to tell you guys what I want to tell you. This is practical. Okay, I'm being practical right now. I need you to know what you guys have been doing wrong, what we did wrong when we came in. So you got to figure out that and do right. Okay? So it's not a call for the simple. It's practical. No. Almost 90% of you, nobody has said yes. Okay, but all of you went ahead to say I need 10K, but you never knew how that was very important. You need, okay, good. So you don't have 2,700, probably you need 10,000 for that resolve, $10,000 to own that resolve as an investor to get to that. So even if you had the money, okay, you need about $10,000 to have that type of money to leverage prop firm to give you that type of account withdrawal. Now, many of you don't have it. Now, even if you have it, you need a timeline. Everybody put time. Okay, put time on the chat. You need a timeline to manage proficiency. For you to be at 10% skillfully, to do 10% a month, you need to practice over time. Do you agree with me? Too many of you are putting pressures on the people you're learning from because you have condemned goals. Goals that have already condemned you to failure. So you want your productivity to lay on the things you learn. Very bad. Okay? You are already in a condemned journey, unaware, lost, and you're trying to allow information find you. Do you guys want me to still continue? All right. You guys want me to continue? Let me know in chat. So the problem is not what you are doing. What you're learning is what was your expectation? What created your goal? Okay, it's also going to create your demise. So now let's come to practicality. Are you guys enjoying the call already? Okay. So account-wise, and I'm going to share. So you guys don't have it. So I'm saying it because I can help you with what you need to get it. But at the same time, even if you have it, which none of you said you don't, but you still have the goal, but you don't have what it takes to achieve the goal. Now, so what all of you were thinking? You were thinking on the hype that somehow you can use that your $1,000 you have right now to get to 10K a month. Who's a criminal here right now? Okay. Now, it wasn't bad that you had that goal. It was sold to you because of hype. It's a make-believe system that was created because of the possibilities that have been hyped in this environment, and someone is not there to tell you reality. Okay? Let me be that person that will tell you the truth even if you don't like it. Can I continue? All right. So I don't have 10,000. And another thing on top of that, I need time to process my ability to do 10%, at least a minimum of 3 to 6 months. So even if I have the money, I still need time to produce proficiency because I need proficiency to be able to manage capital of 100K to be doing 10K a month. It's not a gamble. You don't just want to do it once and just no. It has to be a stable system of earning. I believe that's what you are going for, not something you do once and lose. Am I correct? Okay, sir. Are you saying it's impossible to grow 1K? Do you want me to answer that question right now and you feel more offended or deprived of the possibility, or you want me to continue what I am doing right now? Which do you want? Okay. There is no impossibility. I've never shared the part where nothing, everything you guys said, I said is possible. I'm only giving you clarity of what is needed for it to be possible. Am I correct? Okay. So the first thing about impossibility is I never share, there's nothing that is impossible in this game. Okay. There are a lot of people that can gamble their way through that. The question is, do you want to learn how to gamble or you want to build a future of us of a retainable trading system that you can sleep on? Do you believe in the gamble? Do you prefer the gamble and the hype, all right, in trading, or you believe in a system of legacy? It's a question you need to answer for yourself. Everything I'm sharing right now is not based on hype. It's based on system. It's based on program. It's based on something you're doing from yourself, not something you're doing outside of yourself. Okay? Okay, good. So I need 3 to 6 months to build that proficiency, and that's probably going to cost you something. For you to stay connected to winning strategies and winning people. Now, I'll tell you guys this. Many people won't tell you. There's a difference between learning something and modeling something. Okay. You see this training I'm giving to you. You can get knowledge and insight from this training too, but to become the message of the training, you need help. Okay. Many of you think if I have knowledge, I can lead myself to where I'm going. You won't. It's a gamble to get there. But if you have knowledge, you need to model someone who has the result. And that's where mentorship comes in. Okay, for you to get access to mentorship, you need to practice education. So there's a place where you practice education, then you model success. Many people don't know how to distinguish the two. Okay, you can practice education, but to get success is through modeling. And sometimes, majority of the time, you need access to modeling, mentors. Okay, and it costs to get mentorship because there's a part where it is not knowledge that plays, it's discipline. Okay, you cannot make yourself disciplined. How many of you have tried it, but you find that it's not working? True or true? You can only model discipline, except you don't want to do it. In training, in gym, in discipline is a model, it's built from modeling. Discipline is something you create for yourself through modeling. That's why a lot of people, it's don't allow somebody to tell you that I want to teach you discipline. No, I can't teach you discipline. But you can have an opportunity to model my discipline if you have a proper system of trading accountability. It's a model. So it's unfortunate that many mentors don't even understand what I'm sharing with you right now. Hence, they don't know what they're selling. Okay, but I don't really want to come into that. But I'll tell you guys the truth. You process it as you like. Okay, I am here today because I modeled success. No, I didn't learn to be successful. Okay. Now, hey, Kenry, what if I don't have mentor? Can I become? It's now where you can practice knowledge. Okay. And in your journey of practicing knowledge, you can get a foundation to lash into what? Mentorship. Okay, can I earn money from learning? Yes, but becoming successful is a different ball game, fam. Except you don't want to hear. Okay, I can earn $10,000. That doesn't mean okay, I'm a successful 10,000 income earner. To do that repeatedly, retaining over a period of time is a different factor. Many of you would have seen it play that. At some point, you earned $500. Okay, but keep earning that $500. You just see that it's going and coming. It's almost like luck. How many of you felt that way? It felt like your success is like luck. All right. Because why? You are practicing, you're earning, you're building structure and foundation. You're not yet there. To model it, retain it is a structure, and that structure has to be modeled. Okay. It's not taught, it is replicated and duplicated through people. So it costs money to get there. We've not even talked about that. Okay. And some of you did not even picture that you want to go in that direction. But let me even remove that. It's a function of person. But let me say, you are going to need 3 to 6 months to be able to perfect the duplication that will give you a standard 10% earning through a strategy, okay, and a trading concept and a strategy. You're going to need a minimum. I'm even being magnanimous on time. A minimum of 3 to 6 months, okay, for you to do that. And whatever is going to cost is a factor. But I don't want to talk about the cost, but that is what you need. You need time, okay? What if I tell you that for you, okay, to practically, okay, let me come from the standpoint. I really want to make it so practical. So now you don't have 10K. And now you know you require time. How do you want to go about it? If I give you 10 minutes to process it, would you come with an answer that's positive? That you can tell me you know how to go about it? Or even if I give you a day to think about it, how I'm going to process an education over the next 6 months for me to work out a strategy that can give me 10% and also to get that strategy to give me 100K. How many of you here can say you know how you're going to get it? Let me know in the chat. If I give you a day to think about it, can you figure out how you're going to get it? Really good. So that brings us to something. The direction you're supposed to be going in this year is clarity of what you want and how you can get to where you're going. What I'm just doing is giving you that clarity. So if you leave this call, this should be your hunger. Everything information I'm going to give you should be your hunger because it gets you somewhere you couldn't have gotten yourself. Okay. So can knowledge get me 100K? Absolutely yes. With the right investment, it can. So can we break it down? Are you guys ready? How many of you think if you had paid $500 for this call already, it's going to be worth it? Be honest. I'm not just hyping. I'm asking a real question. Now, many of you feel if you had helped a friend, that person you're not invited, you see that you didn't do them a favor. Imagine who you'd have helped just placing on the score to help them make the right decision, to do right by themselves. Okay, so knowledge can be the leverage for me to get the account size. All right, knowledge. Everybody puts the skill through knowledge through the skill through knowledge. Write that down. Okay, that should be your leverage, but with a certain direction. So first is what's going to give me access to knowledge? You have to invest in that. So anything you are investing in, let it give you a direction on to get a skill that can help you. I can tell you right now, okay? For those of you that have been following, so let me play with you guys a little bit. If you have a trading strategy that does 1 to 3%, you need 3 trades in a month to do 10%. How many of you know that? So I want to play with you the concept of your understanding of trading, okay, just with this question. How many of you know that you need only 3 trades in a month if you're risking 1%? If you're risking 1%, you need 3 trades with the risk to reward of 1 to 3 to do 10%. Now, some of you don't know. Some of you know. So if that is how I'm going to get to 10%, I have to find a strategy that does 1 to 3. And I can win 30% of 100. I can win 30 out of 100 trade. If I can win 30 out of 100 trade, I will be profitable. I'm not going to tell you to win 100 out of 100, no. But if you can learn over the course of 3 to 6 months how to win 30 trades out of 100 trades using that strategy, you are already a victor in that strategy. But to learn that strategy, you're going to need more than 6 months. Okay, so an ID strategy is a strategy that does 1-to-1. Okay, so the first thing to look at is look out for a strategy that does 1-to-1, and you can duplicate that strategy that has a winning ratio of 65 to 70%. First thing to look for in trading is not what to learn, is to learn what works. So first is look for what works, then you learn it. Many of you are just trying to know. You've been brainwashed. You've been programmed wrongly. The first thing to look for in a trader is what works. If somebody is trading with something that you like, study that thing. Does it have a working ratio? Okay, what is the working ratio? If it's a strategy, what is the working ratio? See, I'll tell you as a beginner, strategy is more powerful than knowledge because your strategy will lead you to the knowledge you need to gain for it. That is how well you focus in a direction. Many of you came in and you learned everything. And now you are confused about what to practice because you did not learn right. Less strategy. So why strategy? Strategy hits the goal. Now you have a goal. The next thing is, how am I going to get the goal? Strategy comes first before knowledge. True or true? What do you guys want to know now? Is it knowledge or strategy on how to get to that goal? Talk to me on the chat. Then if I show you the strategy, now you would be interested in knowing the strategy, having the knowledge of what begets the strategy. That is called refinement. If this is how you came into trading years ago or months ago, you'd be a far better trader right now. You'd have hit your goals or close to the milestones of your goals. Do you agree with me? So it's not learning about being a swing trader, how to swing, how to learn SMC. What are you learning it for? Strategy. So understand strategy. And what do you need? A strategy? Strategy that works, a concept of trading system that works. So when you see people, when you go on YouTube, when you go follow mentors, follow coaching, follow system, however who you pick to follow, one thing you want to see, what is that? I say by their fruit, you will know them. What you are interested in the fruit. What is their fruit? Now, if you understand the fruit, understand the seed. Okay. The fruit is for you to know that the seed is viable. Now, if you understand the fruit and it's consistently bearing fruit, now you know, okay, how can I get the seed? Okay. Now you now learn how to get the seed and sow the seed in the right floor. You're not interested in everything the person knows. That is one of the biggest disadvantages that people have faced in trading. They're just learning and they are giving money to the learning environment unaware, and they are wasting money as a result of knowing too much. You guys want me to still be practical? You guys want me to still continue? How many of you are feeling altered right now? You're feeling, oh man, I should have known this long ago. Okay. I'm just giving you proper direction. If a perfect trading blueprint, you get this, changes everything. So a strategy come from the standpoint of a strategy that works. So now to find a strategy that works, it doesn't take time, but to know what works takes a lot of time. So what you need to do is know what works from the strategy to reduce the time. So I could prefer strategies, but I also tell you that it's not about, so practically right now, I have a strategy that I'm trading and I'm committed over the last, a couple of months in that strategy. And what am I focused on? How to be perfect doing intraday trading, getting a minimum of 15 to 20 trades in a month. And the win ratio is well over 65%. Now, the strategy is constant. Now, a strategy is constant. But listen, if I show you that strategy now, you will know the strategy. But trading with that strategy will come in perfection over a period of 3 to 6 months. Because why? You need that time to become the person that trades the strategy. I would tell you, many of you, you've received instruction. This is how to trade. This is the risk to use, but you don't do it. And you don't understand why. You are a psychological, emotional being moved by the instinct of what you want more than what you are instructed to do. For you to align with what you know and instruction and your emotions, it takes time. You need to feel the process over time and you learn from your failure process. Many of you don't allow yourself to fail. You are a gambler. You are a criminal. You want to skip the process. Now, when I'm saying that, I'm talking my process. Don't think I'm abusing you. I'm just saying this is how we think. Okay? You want to erode the system. You don't want to experience failing because failing is part of your growth, but you do not invest in failure. You just want to get result and you learn the proof of getting result without getting a process. So you are more result oriented than process oriented. You need time to process things. Okay. But what many people do is that they try to not get process, but result. But for you to get process, you need to fail. Failure is part of process. So you never learn to fail. You always want to win. True or true? Am I being honest here right now? So even if I give you that strategy, the next thing you want to do is to win the strategy. You're not going to process the strategy. And that has happened year over year, year over year. When someone shows you what works, you don't want to see the failing side. You just want to skip the failing side and do it. So you think perfection is about getting it right. No. Okay? Getting it right is about following process. And process is about failing and winning and seeing how you're failing and knowing how you're winning. Many of you today, you lose and you don't know how you lose. Many of you, you win and you don't know how you win. You just believe in a strategy that helps you win and a strategy that you don't want to lose. That is not a good trading concept. Okay, so part of learning, so the way to the strategy is always easy. If I show you this strategy right now, many of you can start your journey. And guess what I intend to show you guys? Okay, but it is not the solution. The solution is you committing yourself to experiencing. That's why I give people a program. Trade it over the next 100 days, 100 trading days or 100 trading time. And for me, my strategy is a 1 day orientation. 1 day, one happenstance for 1 day. So it means in 100 days, you'd have experienced 100 trades. 100 days is how many months? That is if you're trading every day. But 20 days of trading, 100 days is 5 months. Are you guys still willing to hear me? I mean, if I'm feeling tired right now. 5 months, I don't have that time. Be very honest with yourself. Many of you think you don't, right? 5 months. I need to make money now to pay my rent. I have bills to pay. You have so many problems and you're not focusing on the real problem. You're broke. You're financially tired. And the only thing you should be focusing on is how to relieve yourself of financial tiredness. And you're thinking of bills. You're prioritizing bills more than financial tiredness. Prioritize what you really need. Focus. Life will come and go. Focus on what you need. You need time. That's why I'm saying you need a minimum of 3 to 6 months. Okay, I'm not just trying to teach all. I'm not selling a product here. Okay? So you guys know, at the end of the day, I'm not going to sell you guys a product. Okay. So you guys know that I'm just sharing a blueprint. That's my gift for traders at the end of the year. Know this for yourself and make decisions from knowledge. So 3 to 6 months. So if in 6 months, now let's build a timeline. I'm able to perfect a strategy that does 10%. Kendry, how can I get 100K? Are you guys ready? Ready on the chat. I'm super excited right now. At least you guys, I already feel it in my spirit that you're getting clarity. So if you have a system, if you master it in 3 months, fine. If you did it in 6 months, better. Okay, so you have 6 months in a year to get to 100K. Okay, let's start somewhere. At least every investment, you need capital, right? So let's say you have $1,000 right now to get started. Now, if you have less than, don't blame me. I want to start at that. That's a good trading threshold for anybody who's serious about trading. 1,000, 1,500. Okay. So let's say you have that right now. What I'm going to say is this. Okay. You can go aggressive. There's an aggressive way to do it, but let me even start with a non-aggressive way. You have $1,000. Okay. Now you've mastered. So you've mastered. So I'm starting from where you have mastered 10% a month. You have $1,000. I can tell you right now, start from evaluation. You have mastered it, start from evaluation. And guess what? In that $1,000, you took some certain account to practice to get perfect. Okay, so you must have taken some money to buy account and fail, but now in 6 months you got it. So let's even say it's $500 that is remaining. Okay, get a 10K account. How much is a 10K account evaluation right now in the industry? Average. $100. So you still have $400. But $100 investment, now you've mastered it. Now this is about processing. You have mastered it. This is no more gambling. You already know the system. You know how to do 10%. Okay. What is it going to take you to pass an evaluation? 10%. Take 2 months to pass an evaluation. And take 2 months to do profit. How much is that? You guys follow me? Take 2 months to pass an evaluation and take 2 months to get 10%. That's 4 months gone. How much do you have in total? If you do, for sharing formula, for some my broker, it's about 70%. So if you make 10% of 10,000, that's 1K. 70% of this $700. Okay. And now you still have about $400 in investment. That's about $1,000. Okay. You did it in 4 months. For some brokers, it's 8 months. Now, you only have 2 months, but now you got clarity of 10K. How much is a 100K evaluation? It's $2,500 for a 100K evaluation. No, it's about $500. Some 400 and something. Okay, it's about $500. You take $500 and you get a 100K. How many months do you need to pass? 2 months. 2 months. You have a live 100K account. The year has been spent already. If you're starting the next 2 months of the year at 10%, how much is that? Are you close to your goal? I would ask a very beautiful question. That's not my question, but is that close? So if you're using the milestone of 2 months, I know I'm telling you 2 months, give yourself time to breathe. Forex didn't make you poor. Stop trying to bring your problem into Forex. Stop having a quarrel before you start trading Forex. Trying to rush Forex. Give yourself time to breathe. So 2 months. So in a new year, your first 2 months in a new year, if you're doing 10% a month on average, okay, it means your first 2 months is going to give you about 8K or 7K. Because 10% of 100K. Do you think you're closer to your goal? That was a prepping question. Do you guys have doubt or you have clarity? Let me know in the chat, doubt or clarity. Except I have hypnotized you. If I were you, I would still have doubt. You know why I'm going to have doubt? It sounds too easy. I mean, I mean, if you think it sounds too easy. It sounds too easy because your experience is not the same with what I just shared. It sounds too easy to be true. So it's okay to doubt. And this is where I come in. It's a blueprint I share with you. From the depth of your spirit, do you believe if you have the capacity to master it in 6 months and you know how to do 10%, it can be taken away from you? Do you think that's a gamble? Now, doing 10% is not void of failing, but you master the process to do it. Okay? I only gave a range of 6 months, but I want to raise the bar. Now that you know it's a possibility, if you could truly master it, because the problem is your believing is not that it's not possible, is can I really master it? True or true? Okay? Can I really master it? Now, I want to raise the bar. You may not be able to master it in 6 months, but there's a possibility that if you master it, this is the possibility. If you take 3 years to master it, would it be worth it? Put 3 years. So one of my core goal in my trading mentorship is that I'm giving you a timeline to build a portfolio of 100K, 6-figure portfolio in 3 years. I want to help you over the next 3 years to be earning between $10,000 and $15,000 monthly. The question I ask you when I tell you this, would it be worth your right to commit into? I gave you a blueprint, and that is a blueprint. Can you achieve it? It's possible, but trust me, you won't do it. Many people have not done it. Some people have done it, but majority don't. Not because it's not possible, but because you need time to dissolve all of the nonsense you created in this trading space. It's psychological, it's emotional, it's spiritual. There is a dissolving to resolving, absorbing to evolve. It has to happen and it takes time. Even if it takes 3 years, will it be worth it? You see this plan I just gave you? If you make it a decision over your next 3 years that you want to become a 6-figure trader, because now if you have a 6-figure month, if you have a 5-figure month, that's a 6-figure year. If you do it in the next 3 years, do you think that's going to be more ideal? Because I want to give you the time to really invest in yourself. So this year is about getting yourself right. It's not getting that goal. Get yourself right this year. Your priorities, your expectation, your discipline. Set the foundation for that expectation. Take the next 12 months to do so. I say 3 years, but you're going to be doing it in less than 3 years. If you could make the priority more on becoming the person that achieved the goal. So is there more clarity now? Because what people don't know, they don't have time. They don't want to hear it takes time. But I want to give you feedback. Can any one of you here right now name any successful trader you know there is, both on the internet, the ones you know personally, that has not committed a minimum of between 3 to 5 years? Anyone, just tell me. I'll do my due diligence. I'll meet these people and I'll ask them how. Is there any one of you? So who sold you the belief that you can do it in a year? Please, tell me who did it? Because I'm not the one who told you. So are we making sense from this communication? Some of you, what you don't know, you think you don't have time, but you're spending time doing irrelevant things. You can look back, 3 years ago was so fresh, but from 3 years to now, you did not achieve anything. It's so fresh. You can look at it like yesterday. Because you never made a plan for the next 3 years. If you do not make a plan today, 3 years from now, it's going to be like yesterday. See, your child is going to grow up and say, Daddy, some of you don't even have a child, right? Or your children are still very young, right? But in the next 3 years, they are, Daddy, what's up? But you did not make a difference. You didn't make a change. And you think, oh, this year is going to be better. The year doesn't become better. The year, how many of you? There is nothing different about 2026 and 2025. There's nothing different about yesterday and tomorrow. It was called yesterday for tracking. It is called tomorrow for tracking. It's called today for tracking. There is time is ever. See, we are in the presence of present. It's a repetition. Now it's happening continuously. So they name it a new year, they name it, but same thing. Who you are this minute is who you become, is a reflection. Who you become the next 5, 10, 1,000 hours, a reflection of who you are becoming now. So it's not, the success is not in a year, it's in your time, what you're doing now. All right. So make it count. Make it count this year. So have I been able to give you clarity of what to focus on this year? And practically tell you how it leads you to your goal that you gave to me. Now, somebody may say, Kendry, 10K is too cheap, but I gave you a blueprint of how it could happen for 100K to get 100K. It's the same way you can scale. If you're making 10%, it means you can scale your account to $1 million with the same process. But what you need is the mastery of how to do it. The account is not the problem. Many of you think I need huge account. You have what it takes to leverage huge account, but you're not just focusing on it because you're a criminal. You love to be a gambler than a trader. All right. So if you can focus on becoming the trader, you would have the account leveraging small money. So, and trust me, there are systems that you don't need money. They will pay you for your skill set and you can make a lot of money. But many of you don't know about the system. You will never know about them because you're not interested in learning the skill. You're just interested in gamble. And hence all you guys know is prop firms. Prop firms are not even the best of systems. There are better systems that prop firms that can give you money at your ease, and you'll be making money from leveraging your skill, and you're making a lot of money without pressure. This pressure that prop firm is putting on you guys. They created a business for your need. You guys don't know. Any question for Ken Remo? I've done my job here. Any question? Now you guys can ask me questions that are tailored to your needs. You can ask me questions about how you're making your mistakes. How can you correct? You can ask me any question right now, but I've given you guys clarity on what to focus on, a blueprint on what to focus on getting successful six-figure trading if that was your goal, five-figure trading if that was your goal. Whatever figure you can put on it, you can layer this into it. Is it going to be easy? No, but you need time to become it. Make a decision that you want to. It's possible out there. All right. If you want help, we could go on the journey. I'm not going to say I can help you, but I can tell you if you follow my path, you're going to get it done. Because why? I'm getting it done. All right. So that's going to be your choice. So how do I do this anytime I look into the chart and I get confused because you don't know what you're looking for? If you know what you're looking for, you're not going to be confused. Many people look at the chart for the chart to tell them what to trade. I don't. I look at the chart and I see what I want to trade and I wait for the confirmation to happen and I trade what I want to trade. So I can't get confused. Okay, so let's get into questions. Question time. Now we have an opportunity to answer. But how many of you enjoyed this session so far? True, with all honesty, you enjoyed it. Different dimension, different direction, different. How many of you feel there's a reset just happened to you? Just let me know. Feedback time. Then you can ask me the most diligent, delusional question. I'm open. All right. I'm open. Anything that's confusing in the training environment, you can ask me. I'm open. Okay. He said, please share the other way from, bro. Why are you interested in something you don't even need now? I just said something, skill. You don't have the skill right now. You need it. When you have the skill, you can ask me. And when you stay in this environment, I'll definitely share. But don't be so interested in knowing things you don't need right now. You're going to purge you. Do you know that every knowledge is seeking expression? Now you have to be focused on gaining the skill. Now, if I tell you that, you're going to be all confused, going in another dimension. All right. Sir, for beginners who don't understand trading at all, I think I already got the. Should this blueprint be applied? It's even more important for you who don't understand trading. It's more better because why? I just gave you clarity on how to start and get to 100K. So I say focus on a strategy that works. So what is your responsibilities to find a strategy that works? Okay. If you find it, if you good, you can go scout for it. Or you could simply just ask somebody who has it. Simple. So, but I believe many people are in the wheel of trying to do things by themselves. If you happen to be that kind of person, there are a lot of places you can scout. Just search for profitable trading strategies on Instagram, on YouTube. You're going to find many trading strategies. If you find the one you can backtest and see proof, backtest and see proof, then connect with the person who did the strategy and say, oh, I want to learn the strategy, whatever it costs, get into their mentorship. Commit to learning from them. Okay. So, for beginners who don't understand, okay, I've answered that one. He said, please reply. I've answered it now, Jasmine. You got my reply now, right? My reply was clear. Okay. How do I get what I am looking for? Sir, How do I get more of you? I could understand why you did that. Hmm. Thanks so much for today, Insight. You opened my eyes. A lot of mistakes I've been gambling my way all through. How do you get more of me? Just stay connected. You got this call because you were connected. Just stay connected. I have a Telegram channel. I'm going to be dropping more updates on how I can serve you guys, how you can be part of what I'm doing in the journey. So I have a journey. I'm very, very precise. The goal for me, anything that I am doing right now is to lead people over the next 3 years to making 5 figures monthly. So I'm cutting away all of the noise and all of the deception. If you're ready to journey that, that's the only reason you should be in my channel. If that doesn't make sense to you, don't just stay out. Does that make sense? Because I'm more of a program and a process person than a result-oriented person, because I believe the process will create the result. It is high time we learn truth than just follow hype. So that is me. If you want to be, you stay in the group. You're gonna get update on how to be part of what it is we're doing. I'm gonna be introducing new concept and new programs of practice, okay, over the next couple of weeks and months. It's going to be exciting this year. Trust me. I won't just give you this knowledge if I don't have preparation on how I'm going to get you guys. Already, some people are in the program, okay, and it's all going to come back to you, all right? But just stay updated. Stay connected to stay updated. What can you tell someone who's new to all of this, what I've been saying? Again, now you have clarity. The next thing is taking a step to be part of a journey. Okay, that decision is going to be you. Don't even allow my. Another thing is, do you know I can be very good at enticing information? My words can be very sweet. Many people are falling victim of people like me. We can hypnotize you. I know many of you want to laugh right now. It sounds so sweet right now, what I'm telling you. And the next thing, you just go make a decision because my mouth is sweet. Let everything you learn has a confirmation. Believe in confirmation. Is there truth in the information? That's why I'm asking. Is it clear? Okay. Don't just let it appeal to you because I sound sweet. Many people have made life decisions. I've lost a lot because they just experience a session that sounds sweet. Everything I've done is a process. I gave you. You had a goal. You told me. I told you, okay, what you need for the goal is this. I didn't sell you anything. So is there truth? The first thing now, is there truth in what I've shared with you guys tonight? Is there a belief of truth and process? I am not promising you anything that if you do this thing this way, this is going to work for you. It's not a promise of something that will work. This is a process. It could be many ways, but it's a process. Did you find a belief of truth in the process I shared with you? So it's not dependent on me anymore. It's not dependent. Are you willing to apply the process? Okay. You need skill. So now you know the type of skill, strategy oriented. Find a strategy that is there lie in that. Can I lie about that? Okay, because I didn't even tell you any strategy. Did I sell you guys any strategy right now? Did I sell any strategy? Are there strategies that work 70% out of 100 trades? Are there strategies that work 60% out of 100? So good. Find one. I didn't sell it. So if I had sold you guys a strategy, then oh, okay, we are trying to sell a strategy. I know what I did. I know how your mind works, and I know what I did. I didn't want to give anybody a proof of, oh, Cambridge is doing this because I want to sell something. Okay. The only thing that I am upselling because I will make myself available if you make a decision that you want to do it right and you need guidance. And if what I offer align with what you need, I would give it to you. That is the only thing that I am upselling. Okay. And I don't even know if I'm doing that. But that is something that it will lead to. But I didn't even make a decision to do that. Do you understand what I mean? That is my truth. So there is a process, there is a goal, there is a process, and there is you. I've given you the goal. I've clarified the goal. I've shown you the process. The next thing is you. So if you say it's not going to work, you don't even know. I didn't tell you anything that's not going to work. It's just you telling yourself, even before you get started, that this thing is not going to work. Did I tell you about a strategy that you know? So if there's a winning strategy, can you do it? Believe you can and learn it. You will, but you need time. I gave you time. In fact, I first told you 6 months, and I went ahead to tell you give yourself 3 years. How can I lie about that? Is there any sense in me lying about that? If I'm stressing you, something you don't even have to offer, right? I'm telling you, you need it. You're not ready for that, but I'm telling you, you need it. Isn't that truth enough? How many of you agree with that? That's a sense of truth. So if you leave this call, all you're going to be doing is thinking how you can apply yourself, because I have shared with you a truth. Okay, not just by appealing and appeasing words, but proven process. Okay, so where is the part where you need faith? Because in all things, is either you're faithful or you're gambling. I believe in faith. Faith is, I now have to apply myself to experience what works. Okay, get into a community, get into a mentorship, get into a system. If you're in one, seek what I just told you from it. Sit your coach or your mentor down and say, I need you to show me a system that works 70 or 60% of the time. I want to apply myself over the next 6 months to that system. And this is what I need from your mentorship. Sit them down, ask them. Let them tell you how you can apply yourself. Let them guide you and make a decision that you will be accountable to them. And tell me you're not going to be successful over the next 1 year. It's impossible, I tell you, my friend. If you can make a decision to be accountable. All right. So some of you have access to coaches, you don't know how to leverage them because you don't even know what to leverage. But now I've given you clarity of what to leverage. So go leverage your coach as well. And if you say you don't have a coach, we have a community right now. You could be part of that community. Let's grow together. Okay, there are things I'm going to be sharing. I don't have them in full to share with you right now, but I know in the course of this year, very soon, we have things we're going to push into. And now you guys can get this directional mentorship. Okay. Yeah, that is really what I have for you guys tonight. If there are no questions, ladies and gentlemen, okay, Blessed said, how about someone who grew 10K account to 25K, then to 50K account with just one strategy, but the 50K account went wrong? Please, what advice can you give? All right, good. I think I clearly understand that because it has happened to me. And when I say the things that I say it from experience, not because I read it in a book. There's nothing you guys will experience in trading that I have not experienced. I've made money and I've lost money. Okay. My goal for 2027, by the grace of God, is I'm going to get to a place where I'm losing $1 million in a day. All right. That is my goal. So many of you don't understand this and you're probably confused right now. God forbid. Don't say God forbid for a goal you did not set. All right. It's my goal. Okay. And I know why. So I realized that opening yourself up for losses is the best way to grow in trading. So as you're building your capital base for more losses, you're actually proceeding as a trader. Many people don't understand that perspective. And I don't think I can do it in this call, let you understand that perspective. But what I can tell you is, rather than learn to earn, because you can earn when you learn to earn, learn how to earn. Because in the how to earn, you are learning to lose. So if you lose, it's not a factor of your earning you can reduplicate. So if you lose a high amount of money, you can start from fresh and duplicate it again. But if your power and your self-worth is attached to your earning, you are useless. Some of you think you're doing well when you're being profitable. You're not. There's a time to earn. And you guys know that there's a time to lose as well. But imagine you didn't prepare yourself to lose. You're going to diminish your self-worth and you think, oh man. So some people build so much in attaining figures rather than creating process to get figures. Everything I shared with you tonight is create from $1,000. I showed you how, but the focus was not to grow $1,000. Guess what? If you tried to grow $1,000 in a space of 3 years to get 100K, you're going to be over leveraging. The only thing that would happen is you're over leveraging. Even if you're compounding, you're going to be over leveraging and it's not sustainable. So why should I get on that journey in the first place if it is not going to be something I can sustain? Are you with me, Blessed? Okay. So it's not about getting 10K to 25K. What are you trying to do? Is there a process to it? It's not about attaining the figures. It's not about how much you earn, but I rather know how I can earn 1K, 2K than learn to grow 10K to 100K. If I can, because why? Learning to grow 10K to 100K without a process that can happen, duplicate, lose, duplicate, and I can know how I do it is wasting time. But if I can learn how to duplicate consistently 2K from 1K or from 10K, and I know how to do that, you don't know the wealth in it. And I didn't share that on this call. That's not it. I said something when we started. The best of trade. You would ask me, where did I get this narrative from? See, I'm beyond what you guys see, what many people see in trading. The things I am aiming for are not what a lot of traders aim for. So hence, the things I teach are. Let me tell you one of the things that happen in directional journey in mentorship. Every mentor teaches you where they are going. How many of you know that? Many mentors are stuck on account. Why few mentors are obsessed about growth? Who do you think is going to scale through over time? Be honest. Growth is a continuous thing. Account is fixed. So some of you right now, you may be so obsessed. You've been wasting the last 3 years trying to get to 100K. Trust me, the moment you learn it, in the next 2 years, 100K is going to be like peanut. Just like 5 years ago, none of you was thinking how you can get 10K in trading, 100K trading account. True or true? But right now, you're seeing the possibilities. So look towards evolving, not fix. Don't fixate that. How can I get this 10K to 95K? How can I? That's not your problem. What do you want to use 25K to do? All right. So there's more. And I know, yeah, I can keep talking. Okay. But I think just making it concise gives you something to consider. All right. So get your friends, get your family. We're going to be doing more of this. So one of the things I'm dedicated to doing is giving you guys perspective. There is more. I just give you guys one concept as a blueprint. There are strategic calls, okay, understanding structure. Then we're going to be doing that in the course of this year, okay? And these things are going to be coming sometimes spontaneous, sometimes planned. But the only way you're going to know is when you stay connected, all right? Just stay connected in the Telegram. And I need you guys to do this. Let's make a journey. I'll be willing to do more if you guys are willing to do more, all right? I need this community to grow because there's something that is coming, but I'm someone I'm very sensitive to my value, what I'm bringing. Is it being appreciated? I have so many things I can do, but I made a decision that I want to build community this year. Okay. So for me to be able to achieve that, you guys got value. Be very honest with me now. Did you guys get value in this call? Okay. If you got value, one of the things I want you guys to do, okay, many of you are taking notes. You've taken notes. I need you to share the value you got on our Telegram channel. All right. That's the first thing you want to do. Okay. If you got value, I'm not going to force you to, but I would love you to share so that I can look back and say, oh, this is what I did tonight. This is how I affected someone tonight. Okay. So that I can do more. All right. And I want a situation where over this January, we get this group to 1,000 members. Can we do that? Okay. If you feel you want to go this journey with me this year and you believe in me, all right, let's build this community together. I have a lot to offer and you guys are going to be surprised. It's not going to be about price. I promise you. Okay. And I'm a man of my word. It's not going to be about price. I'm someone who wants to eliminate part of the challenges in trading. Truth. Okay. But I can only achieve that when I have people of a certain mindset. And that's one of the things I want to be committed in building that mindset so that we can grow communities together. Okay. So, okay, we are 32 people. So at 5 people, that's a good math. 5 people times 32. Does that get to 1K? All right. But let's pull our way. Tell a friend, share someone. Just you can even share this call. Wow. And when they go through this call, trust me, there's nobody who's going to go through this call. If 10 people go through this call, I believe 3, 4, 5 want to be being on this. So send it to 10 people. And this is something that we're looking at doing. I don't want to tell you and promise you a lot of things because you guys are going to be overexcited and your expectation is just going to go off the roof. That's why I cannot tell you what I am planning. Okay. But I do know that like God said, the thought that I think towards you, they are good. They are beyond your expectation. They will bring you to an expected end. Trust me, I have good thoughts. All right. But I also want to leverage my communication and overbeat your expectation. Okay. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a privilege and a pleasure to have shared this decision of the year with you guys, giving you guys a foundation for, what I think is going to exponentially change the direction of your actions in this year and build a lasting result in dedication. Okay, God bless you. Share your thoughts. Let me read and say, wow, the last 2 hours, is it up to 2 hours? Oh, 1 hour, 30 minutes I've dedicated with you guys was worth my time and my commitment. Okay, let me be that person to enjoy the fact that in the beginning of the year, I helped you make a decision that's going to change your results. Okay, let this history be written today. All right, so share. I appreciate everyone who do so. Invite. Let's get this group running. Okay, may have another call on Friday, but that's going to be depending on what you guys do anyway. I'll see. I am willing to have, and guess what? I am free. You guys know I'm free right now. Okay. I'm free to do whatever. No, I was restricted to do a lot of things, but right now I'm free. Okay. I was educating for the platform GFU, but right now I'm no more an educator on the platform. And that was decision. Okay. It means by God's grace, I am open to doing the things that I wasn't open to doing before in a way that is going to be so intentional. So now how you guys use me is going to be dependent on how you guys make that decision. God bless you guys. Have a beautiful night ahead. Bye-bye.